Hey everybody, welcome to Path 103 of the Mellow Brick Road. All you Mellow Brick Roadies out there, thanks for stopping in and walking the path with us again. That good? That sounded good, yeah. That sound good?
Yeah,
Sound good to you in the booth?
yeah.
Good in the
That
booth?
sounded good here. And did it sound good on your end?
I think it sound good on your end. Wait, Roger. Roger. Raj. Sound
Yeah, it
good?
sounded good over
Raj.
here.
Sound
Yeah, it
good,
sounded good.
Raj.
Yeah, it
These.
sounded good.
No, not your, no, these. Good? Forgot Raj is deaf and blind. He
Yeah.
doesn't know where he is. Actually,
I
give me
don't know
one
why you
second.
hired him.
I know, he's the worst. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw a book at him again.
No, not this time. He keeps sending it to trial. I'm like, knock it off.
Yeah.
It's just a joke, Raj.
Don't you
Jesus.
remember? I have to drive you there. And last time we went to McDonald's.
Yeah. And McDonald's is expensive now.
Yeah.
Everybody, welcome to Path 103. We're here. Me, Van Windsor, the host. Happy to see you here. You're looking good. You been working out? Oh no, you haven't. Well, you look good anyway. So good job. And then over here, across from me in the internet world is my buddy Mason Greenwell.
What a.
What's up, Mason? How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How are you doing?
You know, I guess you don't know because you just asked me. I'm doing okay. Working.
No.
It's hot.
No.
It's really hot.
It is hot, dude.
It's
Yeah.
like well, we were just talking about this before we recorded, but it's crunchy all over the ground now because of the cicadas.
Yeah.
There's so many dead cicadas everywhere. They're just like every step you take outside is just like crunch, 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 and I don't like it.
Yeah, dude. What a weird life the cicada has is they're up above ground for like 2 weeks
Yeah.
and then just die.
Ugh. Now
But
I do have a video that I took yesterday of a cicada. I had an update for the cicada, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird putting it online. I mean, I might. I'm probably just gonna like while I'm talking, I'm probably just gonna put it on screen so everyone can see it. But I'm having trouble pulling it up here. I'll just explain it to you, Mason.
okay.
Basically, what I saw outside, it was on its back first, like on its wings, and
Uh-huh.
from looking at it from standing, I thought it was like a wasp or something that was
Uh-huh.
attacking, that's like eating a cicada or something. Like
Oh,
it was
okay.
like balled, like they were both balled up together, and the wasp was just like this, just like eating it like that. And
Yeah.
I like looked closer, and I was like, oh no, there's nothing else on there, because it looked like it was like wrapped up in a ball, like a roly poly. And
Yeah.
then it like flipped over on its legs, and it started walking, and it was a cicada that was only the top half. Like
Oh.
think of a cicada mermaid, but without the fishtail, right? It was just the torso up. Had half its
Oh.
legs. That like I think it had 3 legs on each side. Maybe they have 6 legs. I'm not sure, but like it was just on its top, just its top. Had wings still, a chest, a head, and it was literally like just walking around. Like no, you wouldn't even realize. And I was taking a video of it on my phone, and I got behind it, dude. It was literally like inside the back of it was concave. Like it was like an opening. Like I think it
Yeah.
was just a brain or whatever the synonym of brain that
The
bugs
central
have,
nervous system.
something like that. Yeah, it was the central nervous system for sure, but no, like there was no spinal cord, right? No, like nothing leading out the back. It was like just the head, and that was it. It was quite shocking to see.
Yeah.
Saw it
Life
again
finds a
this.
way.
I saw it again this morning, and it was just covered in ants. It
Yeah.
was dead, for sure
Yeah,
dead. But
there's
like,
no way it survived long.
I could be wrong. I'll have to look at the video again. But I think in the video, I did like a foot or two away from that top body of the cicada was the bottom half sitting there.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
like,
he got hit down by something and just decided to cut off the rest and crawl and see how far he could get. Good for
like
him. That's
I
honorable.
very resilient, very inspiring. My thinking, and this is not a popular opinion because it's so controversial, because there's no
Uh-huh.
proof of their existence. I'm thinking, Mason, it was the cicada branch of the Footman from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. the Foot Clan. I think it
Oh,
was their cicada branch of Foot Clan ninjas, and that cicada might have been like a reporter, kind of like April O'Neil, and
yeah.
it got a little bit too close to a story, and the Foot Clan, the cicada shredder. That's what the cicada version of Shredder calls himself, the cicada shredder, and it fits because he cut that cicada in half. But you know what? He was still alive. He was still working to get that story out there, and me, a good Samaritan, just happened to be walking by, heard his call, and I'm ready to put his story out there. And because I'll let you know, I'm not afraid of the cicada shredder and his cicada Foot Clan ninjas. I'm not afraid of their agenda, right? So that's what I'm putting out a call right now to all of you cicada Foot Clan members. You know, I'm here. I'm not scared, and you're going down. Justice will prevail. That's it. That's all I gotta say. That's the opening message. I just think I needed to get that out there at the start before, because it's halfway through this interview or this podcast, I might get taken out. So we got to make sure we get that front part out immediately. And once this is
For
done
sure.
recording, if something does happen to me, I have a sensor right here in my right forearm that if my blood pressure drops to a certain number, the podcast is going to get uploaded to Mason's computer, so that you can upload it, Mason. So that's if I go down, you're next in line with the responsibility. So
Okay.
I wouldn't even worry about editing it. Just post it raw. Well, a little bit, maybe tweak out a little bit, just make sure it sounds clear. No clipping or anything like that. We don't want that. We make sure it's a clear message.
For
And
sure. For
and then
sure.
if you look at the video and it looks a little dark, just brighten it up a little bit. I don't know. We don't like a lot of pauses.
I
A
mean, I
lot of
should have some time, right?
some
He doesn't
filler.
know I live
Yeah, he doesn't know where you live. You're not even
yeah,
living at your house right now, so you're fine.
that's true. So,
And so if something does happen, just know Shredder, Cicada Shredder, we've got you. Your goose is cooked.
uh-oh.
I got too many wildlife metaphors going on right now. But just know, Cicada Shredder, nice try.
Dude, have you seen do you have a tree that's just like covered in cicada shells?
Yeah, a lot of my
Dude,
trees.
you should look at some of those trees and see if you see any weird shells. Like I was looking at one tree the other day, there was a stack of like 4 or 5 cicadas like on each back of a shell,
Oh.
but the first one didn't make it out of its shell. And
Oh.
it was just like a black mess. Like you could see that the shell cracked open, it was starting to come out, but I guess the
Yeah.
other cicada landed on it and just trapped it or something. I don't know.
Oh
But like
no.
and then
Like
another one landed and then another one landed
it's like the
and
cicada version of like someone parking behind you in a parking lot. You're like, what are you doing? I can't get out now.
yeah.
What an asshole. And then someone parks behind him, so then he can't get out. Or
Yeah.
she. Or they.
Yeah.
But wow, that's sad.
But
Yeah,
there was
cicadas
a
live a hard life.
yeah, dude, there was a lot of weird like shells where I just looked at how they didn't make it out. It's like, what happened, buddy?
Oh,
You know?
poor little things. I do feel bad. Like when I'm on the pond and I'll do like I'll ride on the kayak, do some laps. If it's like too hot to go for a walk or something, I'll be on the kayak just doing like circles, and then I'll see cicadas in the water sometimes. Like they're like you can see them like their legs. You can tell when they're dead, but sometimes I'll see them with their legs are still moving. And I'll try and take my oar and I'll like scoop them up out of the water, and then I just kind of like fling them onto the kayak, and they sit at the very tip of it, the very front, and I watch them and I just watch them hang out because it's all like kind of like plasticky, not plastic. I don't know what it's made of, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's like slick and it's got these like kind of high walls on it, so the cicadas can't quite like grip it, and they always like they have to stay down there, and so they just like will give up eventually, get really warm, dry off, and then they'll just fly off. And I always watch them because I'm always certain that like they get too impatient and they're not quite dry yet, and they like start going, and then like I'll see them like 10 feet away, and and then it'll just fall right back into the water. Hasn't happened
Right.
yet, but hey man, I do what I can. Those cicadas, they're just trying to mate, they're just trying to fall in love, make some more babies,
Yeah.
do the butt. You know how they have sex? They have. Kenny taught me they lock butts.
Nice.
So like if you ever see two cicadas and they're like
Butt to butt.
butt to butt like that, and you'll know too if you try to grab them, they're like stuck together. So don't let them. Yeah, so you'll be pulling them out. You don't want to do that.
No, no one wants that.
Yeah, because they're trying to conceive. You got to keep all the juices.
Yeah.
inside.
No one
And
wants to cock block.
you know what? And speaking of juices, since it's Pride Month still, what's up? Uh, fuck off, homophobes. Boom, boom, boom. Just kidding. Just stop. Just start loving. You know. Just stop being a homophobe. Start being a homo. Uh, there's no way to say that. Just be a cool
No.
person. You know. Just be
Yeah.
open minded and nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the sandwich thing that Mason said, like you nailed it with the sandwich thing last week, so we'll just stick with that. You know, you order your sandwich, and who cares how someone else orders their sandwich? It's their sandwich. You're not going to eat that sandwich. Who cares?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so speak. So
Unless
in
you secretly want that sandwich, but you don't want other people to know that.
no,
That's
that's right. Oh,
I
you're
can see why
you're
someone gets mad about that.
you're denying yourself.
Oh, look
Uh,
at you so proud eating your sandwich. I want to eat that sandwich, but I can't. You
yeah,
know what?
you're
You can. You can eat that sandwich. Just order it.
just order.
Just
Yeah,
order it.
it's like it's what they do is they try to be like they take that person's sandwich. They go, you can't have that sandwich. Are you kidding me? I'm throwing this away. And they walk
Yeah.
off to the other room and they're like, oh god, it's so good. And that's what butt sex is like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
so just order your own
No.
sandwich.
Yeah.
And so anyway, what I wanted to say for Pride Month, I saw this story about giraffes, and I just wanted to share it.
Okay.
It's a really interesting thing I learned about giraffes the other day. So
Okay.
male giraffes, they will when they're in the mood, they'll go up to a female giraffe and they'll kind of like nudge it, the female
Mm-hmm.
with their head like kind of like down here, like down below a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind
like,
of all
hey,
around. They're
what's going
because
on down here?
what they're trying to do is they're trying to like get the female giraffe to start urinating. Stay with me. And
Mm-hmm.
then when the female starts to urinate, the male will just stick his head down there and take a big mouthful of piss, giraffe piss.
Yeah.
Stay with me. And he's checking to see if the female is ovulating or not. So
Yeah, I guess
he's,
it's tangier or something.
I guess, there's some sort of like citrusy twist to it. I'm not sure, but so
Ooh,
they do
lemon
that.
lime.
The male giraffes will do that to like see if they're good to go for like making
Mm-hmm.
babies. And and a lot of the times, the male giraffes will tend to do that to other male giraffes, like get them
Okay.
to like start peeing, and they taste it,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "You're not ovulating," and
Dude, what are
and
you
then
doing?
they'll have sex with the male giraffe. In fact, about
But I thought that was
70,
the opposite of what they wanted. I thought they only had sex when they were ovulating.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't want them to
Anyway,
be
continue.
ovulating. So this study showed that like around 74 to 90% of the time that male giraffes have sex, it's with another male giraffe because they just like loving, dude. They just love to love. It's
Yeah,
just their
man.
thing. And like, why not have sex with a male giraffe? No babies, you know. That's just pure. Uh,
Yeah, no, I hear that.
can't think of the word. It's just pure. I don't know.
It's
I can't
just
think of.
pure. It's
It's
just
just
pure.
pure, man. It's just pure bliss. You know
Yeah,
that pure BH bliss.
yeah. I mean,
BH
there's a
stands for
lot of
butter.
animals that do that. I feel like so.
There's a definitely. I mean, homosexuality is definitely not a new concept. And actually,
No.
I also read an article the other day about transgender thinking. That goes. I mean, that's not. That's super old. That's like back in like thousands of years ago. They were talking about that. In fact, there's a Greek statue. Oh, I don't know, I shouldn't say Greek. I'm not sure the exact. I don't know what it was.
Origin.
I can't remember. Yeah, origin, but it's a statue of a hermaphroditus, who's the son daughter of Aphrodite and Hephaestus. Hermaphroditus had both sexes. That's where the term hermaphrodite comes from. And
Okay.
there's a statue of that, and you know the statue's like thousands of years old, which shows that they had that kind of thinking wasn't uh, out of the
Abnormal or
norm.
whatever.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't abnormal. And I mean, because everyone knows like the ancient Greeks, like they used to like there was all kinds of like they would do the gay loving, guy on guy. The Spartans wouldn't like Spartan women. I think. I hope I'm not fucking this up. They would wear beards on their wedding days when they would marry a Spartan soldier.
What?
It's true.
I don't think that's true, is it?
I can't remember if that's true, but the Spartans were not, and I almost said notorious because that just means like they were known for this. They were very much known for their like male on male bonding, and I mean like
Yeah,
sexual, like comforting, because that's what they their whole lives were spent with other men until they
at
were like
war and
adults.
stuff.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like they were constantly training. They fought in basically like no clothes. They were always just like dicks out all the time.
There's probably no women even around him. I mean, probably just a lot of pent up energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A lot of pent up male energy, and
Yeah.
they're just pumping away on each other. But hey, that's dope. They were having fun. They were the most badass, like vicious fighting force in Europe for a long time. So I don't know if we should
Yeah.
be militarizing our gay people. If gay people want to join the army, that's cool for them. I don't think we should make our entire country and like ways of thinking like full militarization. And I don't think homosexual. I don't think they were like Spartans were like we should get all of our gay guys because they're like the coolest of us, and like we should have them fight for us because they're so strong and badass. I think it was more like we should separate the men or the boys from the women so that they are badass fighters, and then it just kind of happened.
Yeah. I don't think it was yeah, I don't think it was anything that they like tried to stop or whatever. I think they literally sold it as bonding. And I mean, I think that's
Yeah,
all they saw it as. Like I don't think they saw I mean, obviously they didn't think of it as like what some people think of it. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just a different time then. So,
yeah,
but I mean, yeah, if you're spending a majority of your time with one sex, I mean, you're going to have urges anyway. So,
just
you know,
natural.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
natural.
it's like
Um,
yeah, they'd be like we're gonna make sure these boys are getting too distracted with their hormones. They're always wanting to have sex with all these girls and like grab girls and whatnot. We gotta separate them so they don't have those, so they don't feel like having sex all the time. And all the guys are like, no, that's fine. Yeah, we don't need to be with the girls. We're good. This works for us. This is okay. Yeah,
I mean, I guess if you guys want
you guys
to,
aren't having sex with the girls, are you?
no, sir.
No. Wink. They kind of wink at each other like, that'd be funny.
um, yeah, it's the same line of thinking as like the General Mills guy that said circumcisions will stop boys from like masturbating, and then they did a
Uh,
study. It's like actually they masturbate just as much, if not more.
was that the Kellogg's guy or General Mills? I think well
Kellogg's or
actually
General Mills, one of the two.
yeah, I know Kellogg's. His whole thing was like all his cereal was like really bland and stuff because he was like he thought that like bland like wheat and stuff would stop testosterone.
That's
And
probably him then.
well, I think the General Mills guy, if they weren't the same person, they were both like had the same line of thinking that
They
like
were very religious,
I
like
can't think of
religious.
there's like a term for that sort of thing, but I can't think of what it was. But I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. I just also I've been doing a lot of reading lately, I guess, and so I read yesterday. I think it's all over Reddit. I think I've heard this story before, but there was a guy who worked at Kellogg's cereal factory, and he made a video of himself pissing into the cereal vat, like in the
Ooh.
warehouse, and he saved that video for 2 years.
Oh,
And he quit, and then he posted that video online. Kellogg's had no idea that had happened until he posted the video.
nice. That's not going to stop me from getting cereal, though. I love cereal.
Well, Kellogg's in general, yeah. It's like, I want to know like which cereal was it?
Yeah, probably
Because
Cheerios.
I would totally see Cheerios.
Yeah, I'd piss in Cheerios.
Just you don't want to know what he did to the Frosted Flakes though.
No, I would hate that. I love Frosted Flakes. That's my favorite cereal. I would be upset, but I'd still eat them.
Ew.
It's
These frosted
sterile.
these frosted flakes kind of taste like pineapple. Gross.
No, you're just like eating it with a bunch of people, and then like the first three people are like, oh yeah, it does definitely taste weird, and then the fourth guy's like, there's piss in this, and then everyone's like, wait a minute, what? He's just
He's
like
just
with a
like,
hundred
huh,
percent
this
confidence.
new Kellogg's is pretty good. I like it. Hey, Jimmy, come over here and try this. That's different. I don't know what's so different about that, but not bad, not bad. Hey, Fred, come over here, Fred. Try this. Let's piss in this.
Yeah,
Let's piss in this cereal. What?
yeah.
That
Uh,
is that's so gross. I couldn't. I've read that story so many times the last few days. I think mostly just like the headline just keeps popping up everywhere. I'm sure Kellogg's has come out with a statement, but I haven't looked into it really because it's just like nothing they can say will make it look good for them. Because like
No,
2 years later, you have no idea. But also like no one. I mean, did anyone complain about it? Were there complaints? I have no idea. So
no.
it's
By
kind of
that
hard to
point, when the
tell.
cereal comes out, it's super dried anyway. So I mean, you probably wouldn't taste it. And honestly,
Yeah,
there's probably a bunch of like rat piss in cereal anyway,
that's
and
true.
probably a lot of
Like a lot
products.
of like bugs and rat
Yeah,
droppings probably. Yeah, rat
yeah,
piss.
yeah,
But yeah,
dude.
this see this thing. It's we don't. I don't know what part of that factory that he did that in because it could have been. It was at the very beginning before like while it's like all like wet like shit. It's gonna get like
Yeah,
dried out and cooked in a bunch. So like anything that's bad that's in the piss is gonna get cooked out. I think. I'm not a doctor, and I don't know. I don't know. If it was like while it was dumping cereal in the boxes, like that's hilarious. Like
yeah,
it gets like inside the little plastic holder, it's in the box. So then like
yeah.
the bottom of the like you're going to pour the cereal and the bottom of the bag is like just
Uh,
caked. Oh god.
uh,
You'd smell that if that was the
yeah,
case. You would know if there was piss in
yeah.
your cereal. Oh my, the
Oh yeah,
box would be all soggy.
dude. It would just reek of piss.
Oh my god, it would reek of piss, man. That's
Or all the cereal soaks it up, and so it's not like a wet box or anything. But when you pour the cereal in, it's already mushy or
and you're like,
whatever.
oh, someone already poured milk in this box. The
Uh,
cereal's already. Oh, I guess if you can just eat it like that, then I think this milk went bad. Mm.
yeah, dude,
You don't. It's
nasty.
like dried on there, and then
Yeah,
you pour it in a bowl, and you put milk on it, and then as the milk like softens it up, like Cocoa Puffs, how it turns the milk brown.
yeah.
It turns the milk yellow, and you're like,
Uh,
oh, what's this? Oh God. Now, okay, now I wish I wouldn't have said that because now I'm gonna think of poop in my cereal when I drink Cocoa Puffs.
yeah. Well,
Damn it.
oh, dude,
This is
that'd be
horrible.
so nasty. But
That's horrible.
that makes sense. That's been going around. I've seen something else where a Burger King employee uh stepped on just like stepped in 2 tins of like lettuce and like posted it
Oh.
immediately. He posted immediately saying like, "Hey, this is your Burger King lettuce." And like within 45 minutes, he was fired.
Oh my
Like they
God.
tracked him down, they found his location, and
Yeah, dude, the smart thing is holding on to that information.
yeah.
Just hold it, because, like, I mean,
Because what can you do at that point? I mean, they could try to sue you, maybe, but if no one
right.
complained about it, like, and you don't even know what box of cereal, you don't. Well, I guess you
Exactly.
have
That's the thing.
video.
You don't know. That's the thing. See, I don't know the whole story because I don't know, like, do they know, like, what part of the factory did he work in? Like, when did he piss in it? Like, what? You have no idea. There's so many questions. If you were at Kellogg's, you'd be like, what the fuck are we going to do right now? What are we
Yeah,
going to do? We're so screwed. How much cereal of ours has piss in it? Or other people do. Maybe like he told other people and he's like, yeah, I didn't get caught. And then because some idiots would just like, oh, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna take a shit in it. Like,
oh
oh,
yeah.
yeah, God. Let's move on to something else. I think this might. Well, actually, I'm not sure how you're gonna feel about this, Mason, but we'll check. Okay. So, do you remember a while ago I watched the horror experience that was Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I wanted
So
to watch it, and then you told me about it. I was like, I don't think I need to
we
watch it.
we should well here's what we should do. We should watch it as a group. And here's why. Because the second one has come out. I believe the second one's out now.
Okay.
They're cranking these out. And I'll tell you why. I'm gonna share my screen. Um because and they're call these people I don't know
These terrible, terrible people.
I don't know the like the production company's name. Um I don't know if Jagged Edge Productions, that might be them. I could be wrong. I'm looking at a poster right now.
Okay.
They are starting something. They are calling. Let me
Like the
just get
Dark Disney verse or something.
close. Let me
Nice.
get my share screen. There we go. The Twisted Childhood Universe, Mason.
Nice.
That's what this is. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
they are doing. Dude, this is crazy. Okay. They're about to do a whole timeline situation
Perfect.
ending and they're in their Avengers movie where they combine everything. The Poohniverse.
Nice.
That's what that is. So let's take. I wanted to show you, and I'll make sure to show Trace and Kenny this as well. I was so excited to show you guys this. So we got Pooh, Blood and Honey, right?
Yeah.
Second one, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, came out I believe earlier this year. Next one, Bambi, The Reckoning.
Nice.
Dude, that is gonna be crazy. I hope these are all live action. I think they are going to be. I can't wait for Bambi The Reckoning. That's gonna be hilarious. Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare.
Dude,
I'm
I bet you can make that one
so
super creepy.
they do
Same
have
as Pinocchio.
they already have set photos of Peter Pan. Okay, I will show you those as well. I can't believe how fast they're making these, but also after watching the first Pooh Blood and Honey movie, it's very easy to see how fast they're making these. Um, excuse me. After Peter Pan is Pinocchio Unstrung. You got
That will
me
be
on the title alone. I'm there. I'm ready for that. I can't wait. I've always
yeah,
wanted to
that's going
see
to
a
be a
Pinocchio
creepy one.
horror movie. There's one that exists already, and it's okay. It's pretty good. It's creepy, but I think this one is gonna knock it out of the park. And then it ending with Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. And look, it says
That's
2025.
hilarious.
That's next year. They're saying that movie's gonna be coming out.
Yeah.
Poohniverse. Are you
It also
fucking
looks
kidding me?
exactly like the Avengers logo.
It does. It's exactly the same. It's hilarious. Uh, so they have these movies. They also have a few others that they're doing. Where they're having Sleeping Beauty, I believe.
Nice.
Um, and I'm not sure the other ones. Here's the poster for Poohniverse Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. Right. So let's try and go through the list here of all the monsters we see.
Okay, so
I'll try and
Bambi's the deer,
I'm
right?
gonna try and point. Yeah. So I think we have Pooh riding Bambi right here.
Yeah.
That's what that is. And then over here we have the Mad Hatter, which is dope. Alice in
Okay.
Wonderland, can't fucking wait.
But that wasn't on there, was it?
That was not on there, but they have other properties they're working with though. They said they're gonna try and like either sprinkle within the other movies,
I
or
got you.
they'll be making like smaller versions of those movies to add into the full Poohniverse. I'm
I
not sure how
got
they're
you.
gonna do it yet, but we have Mad Hatter over here. Tigger. This is Tigger behind me. I only know that because his tail
Uh,
is right there. I don't know who that is. That might be Sleeping Beauty because I think it's gonna be a thing where she makes other people sleep, right? So I think that
uh,
might be like a sedative.
okay.
I'm only thinking I've been playing Hitman again, so I think that might be a sedative syringe.
Dude,
Um,
surely this creepy thing isn't Pinocchio, right? With
this
the
over
long
here
nose?
has to be Pinocchio.
Oh,
It's got to be
God.
Pinocchio. Oh look, yeah, because look, the cricket's in his eye. Look,
Oh, I thought that
the
was a
cricket's in his
spider.
eyeball right there, dude. That's
Yeah, I guess it could
badass.
be
I
a
didn't see it.
cricket.
So you got Piglet right here, bro. That's Wendy, I think. 'Cause that's a tombstone that says
Who's
Wendy.
Xana?
I don't know who Xana is actually. I was wondering that too. Right
Oh,
here it
yeah.
says
Which one do you think is Peter Pan? Probably
that's
up at the top left.
this is Christopher's gravestone.
Yeah.
Peter Pan. That might be Peter Pan
Yeah,
right
look at that hat.
there. Yeah, that's a good point. And then over here, this might be Captain Hook. This creepy fucking thing over here might be Captain Hook.
Oh, I figured Captain Hook would be like the good guy in this one.
I don't know, dude. Look at that. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
not
That's
cool.
creepy as that's of
Um,
all the monsters here, that one scares me the most. And then I think Pinocchio might be second. Dude, Pinocchio looks so crazy. I
yeah,
love that Pooh has this giant lasso with a bear trap on the end of it.
yeah. So
So
who are these
cool.
top two?
So I think this is
Rabbit?
the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, I believe, with Mad
Oh,
Hatter,
okay.
or Thumper. Could be Thumper. I didn't think about that. He's got a carrot in his hand, so that I
I
don't
thought
know
it
what
was
that
Rabbit
means.
from Pooh.
It could. Oh, it could. Oh, that's true. It could be Rabbit from Pooh as well. I don't know. I gotta watch the second Pooh movie so I can see who's in it. I don't know who this bird is. It could
That
be
could be Al
the
from
owl.
Pooh.
The owl from Pooh. Yep, that's what. Okay, good. This kind of looks like Leprechaun, but it might be
Yeah.
Peter Pan. I think you're right on that. But man, just looking at these pictures, I'm pretty pumped about this. Just because,
I
like,
am definitely terrified until I see the girl with the syringe, and then it's just like, okay, I don't believe it's real anymore.
so I like this mask. I love the mask that he has in his hand in this photo. I love it because that just makes such a creepy uh ideas in my head. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, look how his face is
I
messed up.
love this. I love the way this looks. Uh, I'm if this
Oh, he
any
has a bunch
horror
of
movie.
pictures behind him too. He's like a serial like
Yeah,
killer
dude.
or something.
It's like the kids don't ever grow up because he like kills them or something
Yeah.
probably. I can't wait to see like what the whole story is. Man, that's so exciting. Let's see. This is just Oh, is this from? Oh, this might be the cast of the movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
or
I'm
at
not.
least people who are like
Uh,
producers or something.
so Peter Pan, it says, could have a
It's
theatrical release on Halloween.
ooh,
Dude, I'm kind of excited about that. Of all of them, the Peter Pan one seems the most interesting. Just
yeah.
because like Pooh, the first Pooh was just like so silly with like the big mask and stuff. It was fine. Again, the first 13 minutes are amazing. Like I know they have really good, interesting ideas for like how you take these children's stories and twist them to horror. I think their ideas are really good and they work. It's just like they just don't have a huge budget. It's sort of
Yeah.
independent filmmaking, so it's just a little bit off kilter. But like I think overall the themes that they're going for, I like.
Yeah.
So
I
I
think
hope to
they're
see them. I hope to see them like gain traction and like get funding and more assistance and like just I hope it just builds and like Avengers. Like I hope it just builds and builds and builds, and then Poohniverse is like just like you're in the theater, just like you can't even believe what you're watching. Like the first Avengers, the whole time you're like, I can't believe all these heroes are on the screen together. I hope it's like that.
I would like to see the team up
Yeah.
happen in
Oh, the
that
big
movie
like
because
yeah.
it's like they like break into like a high security something and then you just see all of them like behind the crumbling wall or something like some kind of evil
I
like
wonder.
team up.
I wonder what like Poohniverse monsters assemble. I wonder like because I feel like in the movies they're kind of going after their create not the creator but the kids that were part of it. So
Yeah,
I'm wondering if it'd be cool if the monsters like figure out that they're like storybook characters or like that someone has taken them and like made them into these cute little stories and they like go after the writers
it
of
might
the
be.
movie or like of their stories. That'd be really cool.
It would be sweet.
Man, I don't know. Ever since like I was so ready to drop all of that Pooh Blood and Honey stuff after I watched it. I watched it, wipe my hands of it, finally move on. But now that I know not only do they have a second one out, but they're making a whole universe, I gotta see how that plays out. Is
Yeah,
that
you
how
know the
people
other ones are going to end up being better. They're going to learn after
I
the
think
first
so.
one.
Like,
I mean,
is this what like MAGA people feel like? Where they're like, I mean, yeah, he's made some mistakes at the start, but like he's still yelling and ranting. I got to see how this ends up. I guess
no,
maybe not.
no, they're diehard
Yeah, they're
believers.
just they fully are sucking his
They
chode.
think they think he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people post memes of or just pictures of words. I don't know if that's a meme or not, but it says like, Jesus was wrongly convicted and I still follow him.
Was he wrongly convicted?
Yeah.
He was.
I
I
mean,
mean, the only reason he's wrongly convicted is because he was the son of God. But like,
he
you can't
claimed he
say
was the son of God and
that's what it
that's
was.
why.
And
Yeah.
that is if you did that today, you'd get in
Yeah.
trouble,
Yeah.
which
I mean,
is pretty
if
funny.
yeah.
But
So,
like, if you think about it though, he was causing chaos in the streets. I'm not. Here's the thing. Can I just stop first before I do this?
yeah.
I'm not trying to be like pro fucking Rome,
Yeah.
right? They had a fucked up culture near his time. When he showed up, Jesus came in trying to do good.
Yeah,
But
there's a
like
lot of sin.
from the perspective of the society, the people in charge, he was walking the streets. He wasn't working. He was making the people riled up, and they were yelling at the leaders. And so from a leader
Yeah.
perspective, you'd be like, "Fuck this guy. He's causing chaos." And he says now he's saying he's the son of God, and I should bow down to him. Fuck that. Who's this guy? Right? Which is like,
Yeah.
you don't have to kill him. Right? You don't have to kill him. You just be like, you don't have to kill him. That's never the option. You don't ever have to
Yeah.
do that. Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
Jesus also had a good he had a large following, especially like a continuous building of a following. So, I mean, that as a leader, you would see that as a threat, you know.
I feel like from this year, it seems like Jesus's followers are all people who have like insane foot fetishes, right? Am
Yeah.
I wrong? Because every commercial about Jesus is him rubbing on some old lady's feet or some old young child's feet or
Some old young child.
some old young child. Yeah, I think they call that middle aged.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's just a bunch of people rubbing feet. Just fine.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to people touching feet, but it's like seems like that's all you do.
Yeah. What's the purpose of that? Is it because like they just walk so much, like your feet were like the sorest part of your body, probably? So
Well, I
like that was
know
like the ultimate, like, oh, let me like wash those for you or
I
whatever.
know in like Islamic faith and Jewish faith, for the most part, when you go to pray, you need to be like clean, right? It's like
Okay.
Islam, like mosques and stuff have a lot of like they have like cleaning stations where you go in, you clean your feet, you clean your hand, you clean your, you clean off like all your
Because
outside
you're in the house of God,
germs.
so
Exactly. Yeah, you clean, you approach God, fully pure. And in Christianity, you don't do that. You can show up drunk, covered in piss if you want. You can have just swallowed a bunch of female giraffe piss and then walk in to church, and they'd be fine with it, which is
yeah.
good because like it doesn't matter. But like, I don't know. I mean, actually, in some churches they'd probably tell you to leave because you smell, which is the opposite of what Jesus would have wanted. So,
Yeah.
all in all, I think Jesus got convicted and killed because of his foot fetish stuff.
Yeah.
I think Pontius Pilate was like, no, everyone here has just sandals. So no socks have been invented yet, so everyone's just got nasty feet. Uh, you got to stop sucking on toes, Jesus. Sucking on too many toes. I don't know. I
That'll
wasn't
do
there,
us
so
all.
this is all just speculation. This is the same level of speculation of like, did they make it on the moon or not? I don't know. I wasn't there.
I would like to view and see what was going on.
In Jesus' time?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'd go back and visit.
for sure.
And not to like privilege, but like as men, it does make it easier for us to just do that,
Yeah.
and especially with our skin. And here's the thing: it's shitty,
Yeah.
but
History's
like
fucked up.
it is fucked up. That's the thing that people always like. I was born in the wrong century. I wish I grew up in the 1800s. And you're like, you would have. Like, do you really want that? Like I get like you wanted to see Lincoln before he got shot, but like you don't want to live in the 1800s. You want to visit Lincoln and like see him in his tall hat. You don't want to be in 1899 for fucking more than a week. You'd be sick of it. After 2
Yeah.
days, you'd be sick of it. No AC, no your cell phone, no internet. The
Probably
toilet
no
papers,
comfortable clothing or
no
bedding.
comfortable clothing, bedding. You got the poop and like the pee. Like what's this toilet paper situation like back there? They definitely didn't have bidets back then. So
Yeah.
like you're screwed.
Most people took baths like once a month,
Yeah.
maybe.
You want to live in the 1800s and hang out with Lincoln? Guess what? If Lincoln was alive today, he would not have died from that gunshot. He died like 10 hours after that gunshot wound. He would have
Oh,
easily
really?
survived. Oh, dude, he was alive for so long. I mean, it was not a fun life, those last hours, but like, if he would have been shot in 2024 and taken to like a hospital, it would have been so easy to keep him alive, I feel like. Because he
Yeah.
was alive for so long back then. And back then, if
Yeah.
you scraped your knee, your family's already building you a coffin, homie. Like, it's tough out there.
Yeah. Maybe not if you just scraped it, but if you got dirt in there, yeah, you're gone.
Oh yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Or like if a random animal like sneezed on you, they didn't have thick water, homie.
No.
No thick water there.
Yeah, dude. That would be the worst part about going back in the past is just dealing with how society was back then.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was just oh my god, like the Wild West. Always seems kind of fun, but like
Oh, you die so quick in the Wild
it's
West.
the same thing. I'm literally with like dealing with that with Sea of Thieves. Like yeah, it sounds so fun to be a pirate. Oh my god, it's so fun until you're sailing and all of a sudden another ship comes over and just destroys your ship, and the people come over and they shoot you. And take all your treasure and then laugh at you while you die. That's what being a pirate's like.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
No showers, caked in salt. You're dumb. You're dumb. You think that. It's cool. It is cool, but it's not
It
it's
is
not
pretty
fun.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's cool that like people did that.
Yeah. It's a fun idea.
Yeah. Like I always think, whenever I play CFD, I get out in the water, and I always think like, can you imagine living in like the 1500s and like you're just like, all right, I'm gonna start sailing, and then you just get on the water, open ocean. You're like, well, I'm not gonna see land for 3 months. All I got is this little boat. Are you kidding me? What? Why would you? Why would you do that? That's like that's insane. Humans
Yeah.
are insane, man. We're an insane animal. The fact that we're like, no, we're not gonna stay on this one island. We're gonna actually travel all the way around. It's like turtles are looking at us. They're going, "You guys are fucking crazy." Like I stay on this beach. I'm fine here. You have food here. Why would you want to leave? And we're like, we gotta spread out. The turtle's like, stop fucking so much. Do what the giraffes do. Start fucking each other like men on men.
Yeah.
You won't need to spread out as fast, and you'll be happier. Your prostate will be so happy. You won't want to leave.
And dude, man is not good nor evil. What man is selfish and curious. That's why we do all the dumb stuff. It's because
Selfish and curious.
we either want to be the first people or we just got to know.
Yeah, I like that. And it really occurs too when like someone does something big, because then everyone else and they go, anyone can do this, and then like one person does something selfish and crazy, and like pushes a boundary, and then 10 people behind them are like, I bet I can do that, and so
Yeah.
you got more people making like those crazy risks, and it's good
Yeah.
for civilization, like builds and builds and builds on that and gets bigger and expands. But now we're at that fun little portion uh, that they talked about like back in the 70s and 60s, where it's like we're growing a little bit too fast. We're eating a little bit too much of the resources. Like eventually, it's gonna like exponential, and like you kind of like you don't want it to plateau, but like you don't want it to like keep growing straight up because then it's just gonna
Yeah.
crash.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Exponential
crumble.
growth is not sustainable.
You don't want a plateau, but you definitely want like a little bit. Like we're doing a lot of this. We want to go like that, like a little bit, just a little bit, and we're kind of working that because lots of people are having kids all over the world and stuff like that. So I feel like the exponential growth in the next couple generations either is gonna already be like crumbled, or it's gonna slowly start to plateau a little bit. But even as it plateaus, you got to figure out how to get those resources fixed. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. We live in such a weird time. Sometimes it's like it's scary, but I'm not a. You do what you can. Simple as that. Not everyone can like invest a bunch of money to clean up the ozone, but you can pick up the trash around your road or around your house. You got to start. The key is to start internal at the like clean your room, and you back up a little bit, do the laundry, do the dishes, you know, sweep your house, vacuum your house, mow your lawn, pick up trash around your property, pick up trash or on the roads of your like where your house is on the full road, and then just keep on expanding and expanding. uh you know I don't know, every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit
Um,
helps.
I was listening to some guy on YouTube and he was basically telling someone else like he's like, I'm not going to try to pretend that I'm like the most righteous person in the world. I think there's so much like evil and corruptness in the world that there's no way you could get rid of it. But he's like, I just try to do all the small things I can just to make it a little bit better, you know?
Yeah, that's all you can do. Just wake
Yeah.
up, try to have a smile on your face, just try and do at least one good thing a day.
Yeah. And also, if you're worried about karma or whatever, the more good things you do, that means the more shit talking you can do. So,
That's true.
yeah, you want it to be a balance. So the more good you do, the more fucked up shit you can say, you know? Well, that's not I don't condone that,
Yeah, right, of course, of
of
course.
course.
Yeah, just be cool. Yeah, just be cool, guys. That's the whole thing about Pride Month. It's just like uniting, being cool, being open, being inclusive, being proud, all that stuff. Just be open minded, and just I don't know. There's no reason to like be so offended by someone else's life. I don't understand that at all. Being like when you get like seeing someone else living their life just because they have like, even if they're not like LGBTQ, IA plus or anything like that, right? Even if it's just like they have like purple hair, I have seen people just absolutely erupt about that, about someone just having hair that's not like naturally colored or something. And it's like,
Yeah,
why is that hurting you so bad? Do you want purple hair? Do you want is that you're just are you too afraid to do it yourself? I don't know. I don't understand like what is that anger where's that coming from, dude?
yeah,
Why can't you just like why is it why not even like why can't you get over it? It's like why does it matter to you that bad what that person does with their hair? It's just hair.
yeah.
It's like
My
it's
own,
going to turn all the kids gay. You don't have kids anymore. They don't talk to you because you're like this. Like just you it doesn't matter. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know either.
You do whatever you want with your hair. We're
Yeah,
not,
who
and we're
cares?
just yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm
why?
going bald. I wish
Especially
I had hair to color.
don't give a shit what Mason and I say. Who cares?
Yeah, we're dumb.
Yeah, exactly. We're just yeah, we were just yeah, we're dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah. Anyway, with that being said, let's get the F out of here. Let's end this path. You know, why are you listening to us? Well, listen a little bit longer.
Keep doing that
Um,
though.
yeah, yeah, keep listening to that though. And Mason, just keep listening for a few more seconds while Mason tells you where you can find him on social media.
So my social medias are pretty secretive, but here they are.
Ooh,
So on Instagram and Threads, it's Mason Greenwell 52, and on TikTok, it's M Greenwee. Once again, that is M Greenwee on TikTok.
pickle taco. So do you think Mellow Brick Road should have threads?
No,
I don't know why I'm asking. Well,
no,
but
not
it's like a
Threads.
message.
I
It's a
think it should have
messaging thing.
TikTok, but I don't think Threads.
You
I
think we should
think
have a
Threads is dead.
threads is already dead?
I mean, I don't I reached out to like 7 people I knew on Threads and
Mm-hmm.
followed them and haven't heard anything back from them for 3 or 4 months. And I mean, maybe they're just ignoring me. I don't know.
I didn't want to say. I was like Mason. Maybe these aren't your friends.
I just seriously don't think anyone uses Threads.
Yeah. So is it?
I
It's not
mean,
a
big
separate
people
app,
are
is
on
it?
there.
Is it a separate
I
app
mean, no,
or
not yes, it is a separate app actually.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like how Facebook has
It's
Messenger, but
old
like
it's like old Twitter. It
if
looks
you
like
want
old
to
Twitter.
use Facebook Messenger, you can click it
Yeah.
in Facebook, but then it takes you to like you have
Yes.
to have this app though to actually use it.
Yes.
And you're like, why? That doesn't make any sense, but it does
Yes.
because if it makes sense if you want money from people. So
Yes.
like you make multiple
That's
apps. So it does. So if I have to get a separate app for Threads, that's dumb. I probably won't do it then.
yeah.
But if people want Millbrook Road on Threads, if you, I mean, you can just DM us. It's
Yeah.
fine. You can do it that way too. It's then we just message like that. But if people want Threads for Mellowbrook Road, I guess let us know. I'll put the email up here, or just mbr.pod on Instagram or Mellowbrook Road on Facebook. If you want us to like have that, let us know. And if you devoted followers, if you want to get in touch with us and like swap thoughts, I guess I almost said notes, but it's like, are you taking notes on us while we're recording? Because that's kind of strange. Were you some sort of like critic? But
We don't
I
want
mean,
to talk to you.
yeah, we don't want to talk to you unless you're gonna like publish us or something. Um, so yeah, I guess let us know if you want us to have threads. I haven't touched it yet because I just don't know. But if something you want, we'll get it. We'll do it. We'll try it out until it dies, and then we'll pretend like we never had it. But until then, just follow us on Instagram, mbr.pod there, and then Facebook, Mellow Brick Road, for all the updates. You can follow me, Van, on Instagram at Van Windsor. I basically just share what we have on Mellow Brick Road. I pick up trash on the side of the roads, on my road and the boat ramp that I live by, once a week, sometimes twice a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. Kind of depends on the weather. It's been really hot lately, so I have to wake up really early or wait till like way late at night to do that. So keep up with that there. Hashtag catch up the day. And let me think. Oh, if you want to follow us for like bonus shows, bonus content, stuff like that, patreon.com/mellowbrickroad. We've got stickers, we've got tattoos, QR codes. So if you want any of those, let me know if you want some of those. I'll give them to you for free. As we're trying to spread the word out for right now, and then same as Patreon. Patreon subscribers do get I think one sticker each and a tattoo. So if you haven't gotten one yet, let me know and I'll send those your way. We can swap details. And I think that's it. You can on Patreon, of course, we have What You're Reading. Trace and I's book reading show. Last month in May, we didn't have a video episode because Trace had a baby. If you hadn't heard, and we didn't have time to make a video for that, but we do have the reading list is available on Patreon. Everything we did read, so there's that. And then for the June one, we'll probably be good there. We'll probably get one recorded pretty soon. But yeah, follow us on Patreon for that show. Follow our Twitch, Mellow Brick Road Podcast. On there, we got D&D. We play games. We're trying to do like more like not. I mean, play video games is what I meant by that. We're gonna do like game show sort of things. Not like the same game every time, but like we're not stealing directly from Dropout and doing a game changer thing. I mean, we're definitely like stealing from Dropout, but like not exactly. Like it's gonna be. It's
In a
like
legal way.
it's like when you, Mom, I want to go. I want to go over there. And I want to watch a Dropout, and she says we have Dropout at home.
Yeah.
That's us. That's Mellow Brick Road. That's what we're trying for. So follow the Patreon for that. If you have any fun like game ideas or just anything that you want us to talk about or discuss or like fight about on the show, let us know. Like I said, all the social medias, follow us there, message us there. We'll get in touch with you. I think that's it, everybody. We're about to end this path here, so I'm going to end it with the Missouri celebrity of the week, and this week's celebrity is Scott Bakula.
Okay.
He's from St. Louis. He's pretty active in St. Louis, like the city itself, like charities and whatnot. He was in Quantum Leap. He was the actor who starred in Quantum Leap, the original show. He was also in NCIS New Orleans,
Okay.
and he's a cool actor because he's a good actor, and he is constantly praising St. Louis and like putting in money toward the city to help the community any way he can. He gives St. Louis props for his life and his career all the time. He's super cool. And the quote that I have from Scott Bakula today is, "One of the hardest things to do is to be present and open and clear about who you are and what you stand for. We all have issues with that." And with that, mellow manifestations, everybody.
Stay safe out there.
See ya. Bye,
See ya.
you lovely bitches.
Dude, I know this guy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you know him.
Yeah, I talked to him last time I was in St. Louis. He was at a bar. I was wondering why he asked me for his autograph. I was like, I don't.
That's weird. He asked me to the men's bathroom the other day, and he asked me if I could start pissing in his mouth.
Well, are you ovulating?
I wasn't then.